All right. I think I'm live now, all three of these. Hello, hello. So I'm currently live on three different devices, so this might get a little weird. So if I don't respond to you, I apologize now, but it's a lot to keep track of. So in a couple minutes, I'm going to be doing the drawing for the 2024 Community Quilt. That's most of the blocks on the wall right there. If you haven't been following along, I've been posting a lot of videos lately, making all the blocks. This morning, I finished sewing block number 118, and I still have 45 envelopes left. All of it will go into a single quilt, and all of the blocks will be on the front of the quilt. At this point, worst case, it's going to end up 12 blocks wide by 12 blocks tall, which would be about 96 inches square, which is a generous queen size quilt. So it's, I think, not as large as some people think it might be. It's still a good size quilt, a usable size quilt. So that's what's really important. Hello, everybody. So I am live on three different platforms. So I do apologize if I don't respond to everyone or acknowledge everyone joining. So we're just going to give it a couple minutes and then I will draw a number real quick. I had a couple more last minute donations come in. So our grand total this year for donations raised for the Trevor Project was $11,495, which is incredible. It is amazing. I had a goal. I felt a lofty goal of getting to 10,000. So the fact that we hit 10,000 and then surpassed 10,000, like really just made my day. It was a wonderful New Year's Eve. I am still plugging away, trying to get all of the blocks made. After this, gonna go have lunch, and then I'm going to be sewing for the rest of the day. I'm gonna try to do a lot of sewing tomorrow just to get through these so I can finish all the blocks and then put the quilt top together and then figure out the backing. So I will be using all of the usable size scraps left over from the front on the back. Last year, I was able to piece the entire backing as well as the binding from the leftover scraps. I don't think I'll be able to do quite that this year, but someone was also very generous and sent me some yardage for the backing, so I can definitely fill it in. That won't be a problem. So I'll probably have like a strip in the middle of like all the scrappy piece together, and then the backing for the rest of it. So alrighty. How many people we got? I don't even know where to see that on some of these platforms. All right, we'll give it one more minute and then I'm going to draw a number. For the numbers, the very first ticket number is 1231001. The very last ticket number is, whoops, too far. 1232076. So I have a random number generator pulled up. And that's what we're going to use to, oh, thank you. That's what we're going to use to draw. I am working on editing a video right now to announce the 2025 project, so I will be repeating this. There will be a few minor changes, nothing real big, but that video will go live tomorrow after I finish editing it. So it's going to have all the details for submitting your fabric, how to participate, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. All right, so that's our numbers there. We're going to hit generate. It's 1231970. And that is scrolling. What was it? 1970. 19. That is Katie C. So what's going to happen, Katie, and for anyone watching, is I will reach out to you via the email that you submitted your receipt on so that you know it's legit and it's me. If anyone else gets contacted by a Facebook profile, a TikTok profile, some random email that isn't chris@rosadyoriginals.com, don't fall for the scams. Unfortunately, they are alive and well out on the interwebs. So definitely be careful out there. But Katie, I will be reaching out to you. This quilt is actually going to be hanging at the Oregon Quilt Festival at the end of February. I think it's like the last weekend in February. So I'm submitting it for that. It will hang there. If you're local, you can see it live in person. And then after it comes back from that, I will work to get it professionally photographed before it gets sent off to Katie. So you could probably expect it May, June timeframe, just to make sure all expectations are set properly. So again, I just want to thank everybody who submitted fabric, who made donations, who just interacted with my videos. Getting likes and comments helps boost it in the algorithm, so that helps spread the awareness to everyone. I don't know what that just did. That was weird. So I appreciate that. Like, this project has really morphed into something way bigger than I ever thought it would be. This started with my randomly generated quilt, which was 64 blocks using just my own scraps. I was just rolling dice, having fun. And it was pretty popular and people wanted to get involved. So I had this idea, like, maybe I'll go get a PO box and have people send me fabric. And me, I thought, like, that's silly. Nobody's going to just randomly send you fabric if you ask. But an Instagram follower actually reached out to me and kind of suggested almost the same thing. So my thought was, if someone on the internet took the time to suggest the same thing, maybe there's some validity to it. So last year, I got a PO box. We started collecting the fabric in January 2023. I guess so, year before last, because now we're in 2025, which is still weird to me. But envelopes just started pouring in. It was an incredible response. And last year was even more, actually. In 2024, I got, let me go back to my spreadsheet here. We got 301 envelopes of fabric sent in. Incredible. I mean, obviously, it's enough to make an even larger quilt than the year before. So I'm hoping, again, for this year, having a great turnout. All of the details for the 2025 quilt, again, will be posted tomorrow. And then they'll be on my website as well. So it's in print if you need the address, what I'm looking for, all that kind of stuff. So I am going to keep sewing and posting videos until we get done. I'm figuring worst case, it's going to be 12 by 12. That's 144 blocks. It might also be 11 by 12, which I did the math and then threw my post-it away. It's like 132 blocks. So there's different sizes that it can fall into, either 10 by 11, which we've already passed, 11 by 11, 11 by 12, or 12 by 12. It's going to be one of those sizes. And it's still a good usable bed size quilt. It won't be too big, but I think it'll be a really special something for hopefully someone to cherish for years to come. So that is all I have for today. Thank you all. Sorry I couldn't respond to everyone. There's a lot going on in front of me. So I'm going to end the live here and reach out to Katie so we can get that all coordinated, and then watch for tomorrow's video. And definitely on that video, if you have any questions about the 2025 project, feel free to post them and I will answer them there. So thank you, everybody.